Good morning, everybody. Today I will solve one very important problem on constant volume process. So this problem I picked it from our DT question bank of third semester heat power engineering subject of automobile students. So first let me read out the problem. A certain gas occupies a space of 0.3 meter cube at a pressure of 2 bar and a temperature of 77 degrees Celsius. It is heated at a constant volume until the pressure is 7 bars. Determine the temperature at the end of the process, mass of the gas, change in internal energy and change in enthalpy during the process. Assume Cp is equals to 1.005 kilojoules per kg Kelvin, Cv is equals to 0.712 kilojoules per kg Kelvin and R is 287 joules per kg Kelvin. So first let me write the given data. Given data. So for any kind of a problems, any subject, while solving the problem, given data is very important, so that with the help of given data we can get the values, what the unknown thing is there, what the given things are there. So with the help of those we can go for solving the problems very easily. Therefore write the given data carefully along with the units. So a gas occupies a space of 0.3 meter cube. 0.3 meter cube. So meter cube is a unit of what? Volume. Therefore I will write it as a volume. Whether V1 or V2 we don't know. Later we will discuss. At a pressure of 2 bar. 2 bar is also given. So 2 bar. So instead of bar I can write it as a 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. It is a unit of what? Pressure. So pressure 1 or pressure 2, afterwards we will decide. And a temperature of 77 degrees Celsius. It is a temperature given. Temperature T is equal to 77 degrees Celsius. Capital T I can write it as 273 plus 77. How much it becomes? So 350, right? So 350 Kelvin. So 350 Kelvin. Okay. So afterwards what he says? It is heated at a constant volume. So it is heated. So before heating, these are the parameters of a system. We don't know whether constant volume, constant pressure, constant temperature or an adiabatic process it is. So in this sentence, the second line he says it is heated at a constant volume. It means it was not heated with these parameters. Afterwards he says it is heated. So it is heated at a constant volume. It is also very important data from the problem point of view. So therefore write this also. So let me separate the entire process. Constant volume process. Heat is added. Correct? So it means I can write it as V1, P1, 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 P1. So first state of the system. Before heating, before addition of heat at a constant volume process, and until the pressure is reached to 7 bars. Look at this. And before heating, before addition of heat, pressure was at 2 bar and pressure has reached to 7 bar, means second state of a system means P2. So P2 is a 7 bar, or I can write here 7 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. Determine the temperature at the end of the process. So in this process, after addition of heat, what the temperature is? Definitely, as you know that if the pressure is increased from 2 bar to 7 bar, the temperature should also increase. Understood? So therefore, I can take a temperature at the end of the process means T2 as unknown data, which I have to note down. So first I can write it as T2 is unknown, and he also says mass of the gas. We have to determine what is the mass of a gas which is present. So mass is also unknown. Correct? And it says change in internal energy. Change in internal energy I can write it as dU. dU is also unknown. Fourth one is change in enthalpy. Change in enthalpy during the process. dH. dH is also unknown to me. Understood what I am saying? So afterwards, some of the constant values are also given, Cp, Cv and R. So let me write down this also. Cp is equals to 1.005 kilojoules per kg Kelvin, and Cv is equals to 0.712 kilojoules per kg Kelvin, and at the same time somewhere here I can write R is equals to 287 joules per kg Kelvin. So this is our given data. With the help of this given data, we can solve the problem very easily. Dear students, with the help of these parameters, V1, P1, T1, P2 is given, T2 and the mass we have to calculate, and internal energy and enthalpy is required with the help of Cp, Cv and R. So first we shall discuss on targeting this T2. Targeting this T2. Since it is a constant volume process, if you know the expression for pressure, volume, temperature, definitely you can calculate this T2. Or otherwise, if you do not know constant volume process, what is the pressure, volume, temperature relationship, then you can write the general equation from which you can easily calculate. Okay, so first let me take a calculation of T2. So this T2 is available in the different type of equations. As you know, first let me write P2 V2 is equals to mR into T2. Here also this equation is T2 is available. Do you know the value of R? Yes, you know. Do you know the value of M? It is unknown thing. T2 is unknown, M is also unknown. V2 you know, yes, V1 is equals to V2 you know. And what about P2? P2 is also known to you. If there are two unknown things, then you cannot use this equation. You have to search for some other. As I said, general gas equation you can write V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. Here, you know the value of P1, know the value of V1, T1 is V1, P2 is V1, V2 is a constant. Then you can calculate this one. Only one unknown thing in this equation. Only one unknown thing. Therefore, I can substitute. Or otherwise, if it is a constant volume process, then you can remove this. You can remove. Why? Because same volume is there. Volume 0.3, 0.3. Here also 0.3. Here also 0.3. Then this 0.3 will get cancelled. Therefore, I don't want to write this volume again because it is same. Okay. So let us substitute the value of P1 here. P1 is 2 into 10 raised to 5 upon T1. T1 you should take 350, which is equals to P2 is what? 7 into 10 raised to 5 divided by T2. Okay, here you can directly cancel 10 raised to 5, 10 raised to 5, and this T2 goes to the numerator side. This T2 goes to numerator side, and this 350 which is on the left hand side of equal sign, it is in the denominator side and it goes to the numerator side. Okay, so T2 comes here and 2 is present here, it goes to the denominator side. Okay, so in this way you have to rearrange, and calculating number should come to the left hand side. So this is on the bottom side, I mean denominator, it should go to the left hand side, numerator side. Okay, so I can write it as 7. So this 350 upon this 2 on the denominator side. 2 ones are 2, 175 is 175 multiplied by 7. Or I can write it as so let me write the answer 1225.06. 1225. Okay, so 1225 is the answer. 1 minute please. So answer is 1225. 1225 Kelvin. Okay, so you can write this in degree Celsius also by subtracting it by 273. 1225 minus of 273. What you are getting? 52. 952 I think. 952 degree Celsius. 952 degree Celsius. Whether it is correct? Yes. 952 degree Celsius. First we have got this value, and afterwards we have to concentrate on the second. We have to concentrate on calculating the mass value. In which equation m is available, we have to concentrate. As you know that the characteristic gas equation P1 V1 is equals to m into R into T1, correct? In this mass P1 V1, R is given, T1 is given, then we can easily calculate this value of mass. Okay, so I can rearrange here only. Mass is unknown thing, right? Mass is unknown. R and T1 comes to the denominator side, it comes to the bottom side here, correct? Therefore P1 V1 by R T1, P1 V1 by R T1 is equals to what? M. So now I will substitute the values. M is equals to P1 is how much? 1 minute, let me use this somewhere here, correct? Okay, so I will substitute the values. M comes to the left hand side. What is the P1 value? P1 is 2 into 10 raised to 5 multiplied by what is the V1 value? 0.3, 0.3 whole divided by characteristic gas constant R is 287 multiplied by absolute temperature T1 is 350. We have to get the answer, that is what the answer we are getting, mass. So while using the calculators to get the answer, use the open bracket, 2 into 10 raised to 5 into 0.3, close the bracket and use a divide symbol, and again you open the bracket here, open the bracket, type 287 into 350 and end, close the bracket and press equal sign, and you are getting the answer as 1 minute 0.597 kg. 0.597 kg. This is the answer which you are getting. 0.597 kg. So after calculating the second value, we have to concentrate on du. So we will target this du. Du is what? So you have to remember, as I said in the last video, constant volume process, what is the change in internal energy? So du is equals to what? M into Cv into T2 minus T1. Du is equals to M into Cv into T2 minus T1, and directly substitute the values. Mass value as 0.597 kg multiplied by Cv is given 0.712. T2 is also known to you, 1225. 1225 minus of T1 is 350. So calculate the value. So here 0.597 multiplied by 0.712 into bracket 1225 minus of 350. Calculate and get the answer. I got the answer. It is 372. 372. So I can write it as 0.597 is kg. This is kilojoules per kg Kelvin and temperature. On the bottom side, kg and Kelvin will get cancelled. Kg will get cancelled from here. Kelvin will get cancelled from here. And what is remaining? Kilojoules is the answer. So if I write kg unit multiplied by Cv unit is kilojoules per kg Kelvin, and into bracket difference of temperature is also in Kelvin. So Kelvin will get cancelled, kg will get cancelled. What is remaining? Kilojoules of internal energy is remaining, and kilojoules is directly written. So afterwards, the fourth one is expression for dH. dH we have to determine. So as you know that expression for dH is equals to what? M into Cp into T2 minus T1. So now I can substitute it as a mass. Mass is 0.597. I will use the units also along with this substitution. Kg, correct? In order to avoid the confusion of units, so I can write it as 0.597 kg multiplied by Cp is 1.00 Cp is 1.005 kilojoules per kg Kelvin multiplied by T2 minus T1 1225 minus 350. This we are getting in terms of Kelvin, right? Here Kelvin will get cancelled, kg get cancelled. So we are getting 0.597 into 1.005 into bracket 1225 minus of 350. So ultimately, what the answer you have to get, that is 525 kilojoules. 525 kilojoules is a problem solution for the problem. So this is how you can get the answer. Always remember, the problem looks like a very bigger and lengthier, and every student will think that yes, it is tough. No, my dear students, please concentrate on the given data. With the help of those given data, you can remember the expressions of a different thermodynamic processes, and with the help of those, you try to solve the problem and get the answer very easily. And I hope you will get the benefit of this video. So thank you very much.